There are many unsung heroes in Akwesasne, many of them working outside of the spotlight to ensure the safety of the community. Joe Francis, who was recently appointed as the St. Regis Mohawk Tribe's Facilities Director, is one of those people. Francis says his position at the tribe is an opportunity to bring his knowledge and expertise to a new organization.
What brought me here to this organization was an opportunity to see how things are done within the tribal council and as compared to where I work, but at the same time, an opportunity to see where I could help. As a relatively new person to the organization, people don't know a lot about me yet, but the frontline workers and program managers and directors I've been serving with the crew that I'm responsible for have recognized the improvement in the services rendered to them, the quality of the service that they're getting, the timeliness of it.
Joe has a strong work ethic instilled in him by his parents and extensive training beginning with the U.S. Marine Corps. And with that motivation, Francis says he's capable of tackling any task with motivation and creativity.
I started my maintenance, if you will, operations there because I trained as a refrigeration air conditioning mechanic in the Marine Corps. I was part of an engineer maintenance battalion. I started working at an early age. I've always worked probably when I was 12 or 13 years old. My dad, Mike Francis, Sr., former Marine, who's passed now, but he had a good, strong work ethic too. And my mom, Mary Francis, you know, with 12 brothers and sisters in the family, we all had to do something to keep busy and stay out of trouble. So with a strong work ethic, your successes would be a lot faster and easier compared to, well, I think I'll do it today or maybe I won't. But with that work ethic instilled on us by them, that's what really made a big difference in me and my life experiences.
Within a few weeks of beginning his position as facilities director, Francis learned his responsibilities would need an adjustment. That is, when effects of the world pandemic began to take hold of the community.
When I started in February, it was probably within 3 weeks when the COVID-19 pandemic hit. So with the custodial crew being the primary function of cleaning the facilities, sanitizing the facilities, having some of those people out of the operation when the pandemic hit, it kind of stressed us a little bit. I think the biggest issue that I've seen so far and I've heard is when people come into an environment at the start of the day, they don't necessarily see a custodial person or someone wiping down equipment and desks and chairs and tables and windows, etc. A lot of that stuff happens after hours, what we call the deep cleaning. It's not just building maintenance and custodial crew. It's water, wastewater operators. It's roads department's crew, you know, winter's coming up. If they're not there doing the plow, then guess who's an important employee all of a sudden, right?
While overseeing a staff of over 50 members, Francis is confident his staff works to the best of their abilities to keep the tribe running smoothly, and he speaks with pride about them.
Pulling up a few of the workers to help fill in those voids. One in particular was Julius Cook. People probably familiar with him. Younger man, but very well organized, detailed oriented, ownership all the way across everything he's done so far. The guys have been doing a very good job, a great job, the guys and the girls I should say, because and I think that's representative in that anytime there's been an issue within the organization, that stops as soon as you hear about it because they're that proactive. Like teaching and showing people how to do things. And like I said, being work with me, not for me, you know, type of attitude goes a long way too with the different workers that we have, putting them in the right position and helping them to succeed in that. You know, that goes a long way.
As facilities director, Francis spends much of his time behind the scenes, similar to how he spends his free time as an avid photographer and carver. But the work he does with both is about integrity and getting the job done.
Most people don't recognize me because I generally have a camera in my face. They take pictures of something. I shoot thousands and thousands of pictures of lacrosse and just started doing hockey. So being at the arena, the local arenas, is probably where you'd find me. I also do carving at home on the side. Been doing that for probably since the early 80s. Most antler carvings, deer antler carvings, things like that. Show me a project that wants to get done, I'll figure out how it's got to get done, and we'll get the crew working on it, and then they come in, turn the lights on, and their project's done. You know, we're not there for the accolades, if you will. We're there to make it more safer, make it more friendlier for the work environment that the crew that we support. And the crew that we support is our community, if you will.